show. This week on the show we're back at the Reball Training Center, and this week we're going to be utilizing it for what it really is, a training center. A lot of people consider that practice is, playing one-on-one, two-on-two, five-on-five, but that's not practice, that's scrimmage. Practice should be utilizing and training skills that you're going to need when you play. And yeah, practice isn't meant to be fun. It's meant to give you some fundamentals. So, let's do this. Now, I know I've said this over and over again, but it bears repeating over and over again. So, guess what? You get to hear it again. Practice as you play. Make sure you have safety goggles on at all times. If you wear knee and elbow pads, pad up. Now, the reason is you might not be doing sliding and diving, but the gun and how you shoot kind of feels different when you wear an elbow pad. So, go ahead and throw them on. Plus, even more importantly, use one of these things. This is a chronograph. Make sure your paintball gun is shooting at legal speed, not above, not below. Now this is kind of important because if you're practicing at, 320 feet per second, target practicing, and then when you get to the field and you're only shooting 280, world of difference. Now I'll be the first to admit that practice is not cheap. I mean, you're going to be shooting a lot of paint when you're doing these things. That's where the reballs come in handy. Can we ditch the slate? Thank you. Now, a lot of the stuff we're going to be concentrating on today are those shooting skills, the base shooting stuff that you're going to be doing when you're playing. Now, we're not going to get into like the teamwork skills or the one-on-one skills or the two-on-two skills. We'll pick that up on another session, but right now we're going to stick strictly to shooting skills and how to drill for shooting skills. First part of practice is going to be target shooting. I know you're all rolling your eyes on me and my target shooting, but not enough people actually target shoot. They just go out and start, putting their gun wherever they assume the ball's going to go where they point. That's not always the case. I mean, easily I would take 100, 200 paintballs and just target shoot. Now when you're target shooting, you're not just trying to hit random things, you're trying to control where the ball's going to go. So it's a matter of not only just hitting the bunker, but hitting the bunker in the same place over and over and over and over again. Let it dry. Next practice we're going to do is snap shooting. Now we're going to do it from a standing position and from a kneeling position, because odds are you're going to be playing both on the field at some given point. Now, you're not exactly trying to do this for speed, as much as you're trying to do this to repeat the motion over and over and over again until you're comfortable with it. So, I'd say maybe about 100 times standing, 100 times on the floor. It's practice. It's not supposed to be completely fun, but you are going to learn something from it. This is not easy on the knees. And the next thing we're going to practice is the breakout. Literally the first 10 seconds of the game. Now, I'm not much of a back player, but that's what I'm going to work on today. And so what I'm going to do is I've got two targets that I'm going to be shooting at. One is the back corner, one is somebody trying to make it to the 50. Simultaneously, I'll be moving to my bunker in the back corner. Now, again, you're just practicing the first 10 seconds. It's a lot easier to get somebody else who's shooting at you, kind of give you an idea of what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. But if you're kind of on your own, this is the best way to do it. Now, if you're the front player, your first 10 seconds might bring you here, which is the 50 snake. Now, if you're doing this, you might want to have somebody who's shooting paintballs at you so you can learn to see them in flight and learn how you want to slide into the bunker to avoid getting hit. But I am not demoing that this week. That ain't happening. Nuh-uh. No way. No. But it doesn't matter what position you play, as long as you know where you're going and how long it's going to take you to get there. What you want to do with this drill is you want to do the first 10 seconds of the game, reset back to the start box, first 10 seconds of the game, reset to the start box, and so on and so forth. You want to do this for at least 5 or 10 minutes. Yeah, I know, it's going to start to sound tedious, but once you know what you're doing, and once you know what everybody else on your team is doing, it's just a beautiful thing. I suck at this. I got a drill that's going to make every basketball player on the planet groan and beg for mercy. Now, we talked about doing the run and shoot a couple weeks ago, except now what we're going to do is we're going to turn it into a drill. The idea is that since we've got two nice hard targets along one line, we're going to run at one target, continually shooting at it. When I pass that target, turn around, come back at the first target. Okay, yeah, again, it's repetitive, but you're trying to learn the skill, hone the skill, and get it so that it becomes second nature.
When you're doing the running and shooting, don't just practice targets moving forward and backwards. Make sure you do targets far and close while running from left to right and right to left. This way you can give yourself cover fire when you move from bunker to bunker.
Next skill we're going to work on is bunkering. It's just like doing the run and shoot, except this time you're going to wrap around a bunker while running and hit a target. Now when you plant your target for the bunkering move, make sure the target is planted really tight inside the bunker. Most people don't try to plant their bunker from about 2 or 3 feet back. They try to play nice and tight right in there. So you want to simulate that by tucking your target in as tight as you can.
When you're doing your bunkering move, make sure you practice from the right-hand side and the left-hand side. That way you can make your move going either direction and make the shot.
I'm so winded, it's not even funny. There's a lot of other things you can drill on as well, but a lot of them start becoming position specific. Front players might want to learn how to crawl snakes while under fire, so they can keep their packs out from getting hit. Back players might want to learn how to sweet spot or shoot through lanes or how to communicate more effectively to the front. But these are things that you want to do based purely on what position you play on the field.
Party girl.